just was a complete slap on my face, and I was like, why would someone say that? You know, that's such a mean thing to say. You quit your corporate job, do you regret? Hi guys, my name is Anupama and welcome back to my channel Lifeaholic. And finally some good news, we have hit 1K on this channel. I am super happy and I'm super stoked. I'm just like eternally grateful to all of you guys for those who have supported me along the way and for those who have just shown me so much of love, unconditional love. You guys have just
accepted me, you know. Big hugs to all of you.
Thank you so much for making this possible. I know 1K is not a very big deal, but over here on this community, we are all about celebrating small milestones. So I thought कि 1K के लिए we need to do some kind of a video which is different from the previous videos. Then I realized that it's been 1.5 years since I started this channel and I have not done a video about myself. Along this whole 1K takka, there have been a lot of people who have asked me certain questions, either in the comment section or DM me or personally have asked me, and there have been some questions which have been repeating. So I thought this is a great time to talk about those topics. And also a few days back on my Instagram handle, I had asked you guys if there is anything that you want to ask me. So I have received few questions and I thought that the frequently asked questions, let me add it in this list. I don't think I have ever done a video like this where I just like open up my heart and talk to you guys. Maybe this video might be a tad bit longer because I'm just gonna be like really honest and really candid with you guys. I'm not gonna filter out anything. So grab yourself a snack or a drink. I am having my drink here with me. Get yourself a drink as well and be with me. If you guys have not yet joined this community, then please do click on that subscribe button, the red subscribe button below, and just be here and also give this video a thumbs up. Let's go. Okay, so I have written down some frequently asked questions over here and I'm just gonna straight away start addressing them. The first one is, how did you get this idea to start your own YouTube channel? Okay, so I did not really have an idea to start a YouTube channel. I just knew that I wanted to make a video because I used to watch a lot of makeup videos. I was not really sure कि किस चीज़ के बारे में I wanted to make a video, and I was like, shall I just make on makeup because that's what I really watch. But of course you are scared to face the camera and you know talk and all those things. Like I had all those issues, so I thought that I will do it maybe at some point of time. So it was just like in the back of my mind. And one day I was returning from office and I was in the bus and I just thought ki chalo, you know what, like let me try this. I got back home, no one was there at home. I just took my phone out and I kept it there in front of me and I was like, okay, let me just do this. I made a video. Video sucked. It really sucked. It was so bad. But that was my first video and I did not want to take it down. Like a lot of people do that, but I did not want to take down my first video because it's something, you know, it's something for me. It was, of course, on a makeup product and I was bad, the lighting was bad, everything about the video was bad. But when I look back at it, I'm just like really proud of myself that, you know, at least I could make a beginning and start. So I made that video. I did not tell anybody, a single soul, that I made the video. The only person I told was Sahil when he got back home. That was actually after I uploaded the video and I showed it to him and he was like, wow, it's nice, you know, it's not like really bad, but it's a good start and all that. And I said, no, I'm just making it only once. I'm not gonna do it again. And after a couple of days, I showed it to my mom. I just told her that, you know, I put out this video, like it's okay, I see time pass ke liye and all that. But she also seemed to like it, and that's when I actually started making more videos. Initially, my lot of videos, I think but 15 videos that I did in the beginning, I did not tell a single soul that I am putting these videos. I did not want to market, I did not want to publish. That's how underconfident I was. I'm just like really happy that I could push my horizon and I could move out of my comfort zone and do all these things. Then it just kept on going, and then that's the time when I realized that, okay, you know what, I really enjoy this. Okay, I need to think about this seriously, because I was having a lot of fun doing that. Okay, so the next question is, this was something which I had received when I was doing Inspiring Mondays. You think very differently. How do you stay happy all the time? Please make a video on that. Okay. Alright. So of course, I'm not happy all the time. I mean, I have my days. I go through ups and downs just like anybody else. But couple of things which I have picked up along the way has been to prioritize my mental peace. Like, I have been the kind of person, I used to just let any energy, like positive energy, negative energy, anything just like come into my life. And as the age progressed, I realized one thing, that I cannot keep doing this. I need to filter out people who are there in my life, the situations that I put myself in, and then I started becoming very, very selective. Over the time, I realized that there are some people in your life who, though they don't really mean bad for you, but can still end up being toxic for you. And that's when I started realizing that I need to understand who are those people, and I need to understand where I need to put them. You know, I cannot let anybody and everybody just walk all over me. And these are not things that I was born with. I wish I could say that I was always a confident kid and I was always happy-go-lucky, but I was not at all any of those things. I was underconfident like anything. I don't think I've ever seen a kid who's as low on confidence as I was when I was a kid. So everything I have learned along the way through my experience. I'm just so happy that I've worked on myself. So yeah, I'm not happy all the time, but I try and pick myself up whenever I am down. If you are not happy, you are not going to be able to keep others happy. I hope that makes sense, and I just hope that it's not too much of gyan. Why did you quit your job? First of all, I have not really quit my job. This is also my job, but I understand what you mean. Why did I quit my conventional corporate job or my 9-to-5 job? So I, as a person, I have always been the kind of person who loves to connect with people. If we both have gone for a lunch or a dinner, like, I don't want to know about your education or your job or where do you stay, or I don't want to know about those. I want to know about your insecurities. I want to know about your vulnerabilities. I want to know what is your fear. You get what I mean, right? So I'm someone who likes that soulful connection, and I love that deep, meaningful connection that you form with people. That's exactly who I am. So I just realized that YouTube is something, of course, which will help me connect with people. Why did I quit my job? I thought about it a lot. So my job is actually something which I really enjoyed. I liked what I was doing. What I did not like in my job was that I could not be myself. And it came to a point where I was like, I just want to be me and nobody else. Like, I don't want to fake it. I don't want to be somebody else. I don't want to be diplomatic. I want to just be myself. And when you are in your corporate job, that is not something that you can do. When you are in a corporate job, you cannot, of course, like just be yourself and be the way you are. There are certain ways in which you have to be, and there are certain hierarchies and everything, and I understand that, but that just did not work out for me. So I would say that everything started in 2019. So 2019 was the worst year for me. I went through a lot mentally in 2019, and that's when I just kind of realized that no, something has to change, and there has to be some kind of a change that has to happen. And I was not at all sure what was the change. So I had this gnawing feeling at the back of my mind that something needs to change. I want to be myself. I want to be in a place where I can just be my authentic self. And I think that's the kind of person I am. Okay, so that was how it was in 2019. I told Sahil as well that, I feel that there is something more. You kind of start getting the feeling like there is something more to life. There is something more to life. Am I missing something? Am I wasting my time? 2020 Jan May, I started this YouTube. It just fell into place, and yeah, that's how I understood that, okay, this is where I want to be. I had a very good job. I had a good team, and I did not really face any problem. But I think it's just that jobs in general, like corporate jobs in general, they are a certain way, and that way just did not work for me. And I was like, if there is something that I want to do, I do not want to waste time not doing it. That was my funda. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, so the next one is, you quit your corporate job, do you regrets? Okay, so corporate job and being self-employed or being a YouTuber, blogger, whatever, is of course very different. Both come with its own challenges. Ask anyone who's self-employed and they will say that when you are in a corporate job, there is a structure. There is a structure to follow. There are people who will give you that induction training and who will teach you jobs and all those things. When you are self-employed, when you are a YouTuber, everything is just like out in the open and you're like, kahan jao? It's like you're put in the middle of an ocean and you're told to swim. Now you don't know which direction to swim, or should I not swim, or should I dive? Like, you can do anything you want. So challenges are there that way, and of course that every month end में जो पैसा आता है बैंक अकाउंट में, वो चीज़ तो है ही. I think that is there, but I think that alone was not a good enough reason for me to stick to a corporate job. For me, mental peace rules over everything and everyone. I wanted to be in a place where I'm completely 100% in charge of myself, my time, my energy. Like, I just wanted to be in charge of everything in my life. Any self-employed person out there can back me on this, that when you are self-employed, when you are a YouTuber, you are all the time 24/7 thinking about your brand. So for me, my brand is myself, Lifeaholic. That is my brand. And you are always thinking about what next. Your every waking moment you are thinking about it. Even when I go on vacations, I'm like, क्या vlog लूँ, कहाँ से shot निकालूँ, कैसे निकालूँ, क्या करूँ? I'm always thinking about you guys, what you guys would like to see, and you are not going to be as emotionally invested in your office, in your job, in your corporate job, as you will be emotionally invested if you're having your khud ka business or your khud ka channel and everything. Lifeaholic is my baby. It's a completely different world. It's a completely different dimension when you are coming from a corporate job. It's something very different. But I am completely enjoying. I hope that answers your question. What was your family's reaction when you said you want to be a YouTuber? Okay. I know a lot of people would want to know this, especially people who want to start their own YouTube channel. When I had it in my mind that I want to pursue YouTube, I spoke to Sahil. Sahil was like super supportive. I think he's the one person who has been completely supportive. So if you guys remember, last year I had made this video wherein I said that my mom was tested positive, and I had made this whole series about her recovering and everything. This is something which I had noticed at that point of time, that life is short, okay? Life is so freaking short, and we all know at the back of our mind that life is short, but we don't really realize it. And that was the time when mom was hospitalized, was the time when it just actually hit me. There was a time, I wouldn't deny it, but all of us thought that we might lose her. She was just sitting on the sofa like few days ago, like before she was hospitalized, and now things have changed like so drastically. It just was a complete slap on my face that you cannot waste even a single second not doing things that you want to do. I actually spoke to my dad and I told him that this is something I want to do, and I don't think that if I am doing it along with my job, maybe I'll not be able to give it enough time to grow it, and the kind of time that, because I wanted to make like quality videos, not just content wise, but also like filming wise, the light and everything. I wanted to invest a lot of time in it to learn about it, because it's a complete different ball game altogether for me. I realized that for a middle class family or a salaried family, it is very difficult to understand the whole concept, because for me itself it was something very new, that you're taking such a leap of faith. You don't know whether things are just going to work out or not. I spoke to dad, and so he was mum about it, because we were all going through that same phase of realizing that life is short. So he understood where I'm coming from. Though I enjoyed what I was doing, but there are a lot of other things when you are in a job. So I was always cribbing. I cribbed on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, good. Sunday, half day tak I was like fine, and the second half say I'm like again mera rona dhona. It came to a point when I told my mom and dad that I cannot lead my life till my 60 years or 70 years, whenever I'm going to retire, doing this. I cannot live for just 2 days in a week. I cannot keep continuing to do this. I cannot. I think when I spoke to my mom, she completely understood her condition was really bad, and then she came back. So she was like, she had this complete different perspective of life, and she said, you know what, if there is something that you like to do it. That is the kind of support that I had received. I don't really expect everyone to understand me or everyone to get me, because of course whatever I have gone through, my journey is my journey, and nobody can know it better than me. So it's okay, like if a lot of people don't understand, I think it's totally cool. It chalta hai, you know, it's okay. Okay, so the next, I think we are coming to the last question. Being a YouTuber, you are completely exposed. How do you deal with judgment? This is something that you are going to be prone if you are in the public eye. Any kind of judgment, I used to get scared. So I used to not put myself out there, thinking that, you know, if I put myself out there, I am going to be judged and I am not going to fit into a lot of people's boxes. And that was something that actually terrified me. Now that I am out there in the public and people to watch me, judge me, pass comments on me, I wouldn't lie, it did affect me in the beginning stages. Now you are going to be okay with judgment only and only if you are completely okay with yourself. Like self-acceptance is something that plays such a crucial role. As a kid, I was always like filled with insecurities. Like I had so many insecurities about everything, you name it, and I had insecurity on that. I think it took me so many years to kind of actually understand that I am fine the way I am, and that I'm maybe different from certain kinds of people, and certain people might not like me, but that's okay. So it's just a very deep self-acceptance that you need so that you can just be so oblivious to all this judgment. Of course, I do have my ups and downs. That does happen. Then I just kind of remind myself all the things I just spoke about, and then I become okay. So I know a lot of people who when I say that, you know, I have started this YouTube channel, and they're like, oh my god, like aren't you scared? How can you just put yourself out there like that? Everything is out there in the public. My family is out there in the public, and I'm the kind of person who is completely 100% transparent. You know, you are going to be judged. Maybe your husband is going to be judged. Maybe your parents are going to be judged, and they are going to pass like mean comments about them. Are you completely okay with that? Only then you put yourself out there. You don't know how many people it will reach, and I'm like completely 100% fine with it because I know what they are. So I think it's just like you need to be okay with certain people not understanding you, certain people misunderstanding you. I think this was a very long as gyan that I just gave in this video, but the whole point is that when I was a kid, I have been bullied, and I've even when I was, I think 4th standard or 5th standard, I think 5th standard, I had a guy who actually came up to me, looked at me point blank on my face, in my eyes, and he said, Anupama, you are a loser. And that is something that I had to deal with my entire life, because that was actually a very small thing, but you know, when you are children, things just like get stuck in your head. And I was like, why would someone say that? You know, that's such a mean thing to say. It took me so many years to kind of understand that that's their issue, that's his issue, and not mine. It just took me so many years to figure that out, because it really does pinch you. Now you reach a point, you reach a place, you know, beyond all this. I want to connect with people. That is my motive. That is what I want to do. I just want to form a connection. I want to form a community. That's my purpose. I do not expect everyone to understand it. So with that, we've come to an end of all the questions. I have just been so candid and so real. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. Please keep showing this kind of love, and you guys are so wonderful. You guys actually make all this effort worth it. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, if there is anyone who's watching this for the first time, please do consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. And also please do give this video a thumbs up. Until we meet again next time, stay tuned. Bye.